What's up guys, Joey here with VOOC, and at this point it seems that every smartphone manufacturer has their own form of fast charging, but one in particular stands out at the forefront of charging innovation. Of course, I'm talking about OPPO. For years now, their VOOC and SuperVOOC charging have been a major selling point in their smartphones. It all started in 2014 when the OPPO Find 7 came out as their first ever smartphone to feature VOOC charging, which was a major development in the industry. I'm sure some of you still remember the tagline, "Charge for 5 minutes, talk for 2 hours." But what set VOOC apart was how it worked. To understand that though, we have to understand how fast charging itself works. Now, electricity in terms of power is referred to as watts, which is represented by the capital W. Basically, the more watts your charger can deliver, the faster your battery will charge. Now, the formula for power or watts is voltage multiplied by current, which we measure using amperes or amps for short, represented by the capital A. So basically, watts equals volts times amps. Now, for a standard USB 2.0 port on, let's say, your laptop or your PC, that delivers 5 volts at 0.5 amps, which only equates to around 2.5 watts. That's not really a lot if you're trying to charge a battery that has over 4,000 milliamp hours of capacity. So, how do we make it faster? You have to increase the wattage. Going back to the formula for power, it uses simple multiplication. So let's use the same example from earlier with 0.5 amps, but now let's increase the voltage to 20 volts. 20 volts multiplied by 0.5 amps gives us 10 watts, which is now 4 times faster than our earlier example. However, going back to VOOC, this is not what OPPO decided to do. Instead of increasing the voltage to increase the wattage, they instead decided to increase the current. It still used the standard 5-volt USB voltage, but now with 4 amps of current, equating to 20 watts of power. Now, you might be thinking, what's the difference of increasing voltage versus increasing current? Why pick one over the other? Well, a common side effect of increasing the voltage is excess heat, which can in turn cause extra damage to your phone's battery and other components. When developing VOOC, this was exactly the sort of thing OPPO has in consideration with their up-and-coming standard. We were able to do an email interview with OPPO flash charge engineer Mr. Edward Tian. He is one of the core developers and engineers for OPPO's VOOC fast charging technology, being mainly responsible for architectural design and optimization. Backed up by years of experience and a master's degree in electronic communication engineering, all this to say, this man knows his stuff. He notes that it was around 2012 when the industry was, and I quote, "Facing the transition from 3G to 4G at the time, we learned the pain point of heating problems that existed when charging has always been an issue. Therefore, we started to explore low voltage and high current direct charge solution. But to build a fast charging standard such as VOOC, it's not a simple matter of following the wattage formula and increasing the voltage and current variables. It's a huge engineering challenge that takes a lot of other things into consideration, such as safety." Mr. Tian believes that ensuring safety is an essential precondition, while achieving faster charging speed is the purpose. Remember guys, we're dealing with lithium batteries here, and safety is above all. OPPO utilizes things like charging algorithms and charge pump circuits for more efficient charging and discharging. They have even implemented a 5-layer charging protection system, which includes defensive measures all the way from the charger itself, to the phone's charging port, to the battery itself, and even the battery's fuse. Mr. Tian also notes the dual cell layout, which is a very simple yet effective way of increasing charging speed and safety. This uses a pair of 5-volt battery packs wired together in series. This way, the wattage can then be increased further by upping the charging voltage from 5 volts to 10 volts, which can then be shared across both battery packs. Now flash forward to today, where OPPO now has VOOC 4.0 in phones like the Reno5 and SuperVOOC 2.0 that we can find in phones like the Reno4 Pro. For OPPO, speed alone isn't the name of the game, but also efficiency. It's no longer about getting from 0% to 100% as fast as possible, but how far a fragmented charge can take you. From OPPO's very first tagline of 5-minute charge, 2-hour stock time, it's clear that this is a big priority in their flash charging development. Looking specifically at SuperVOOC 2.0, the conversation has now shifted to 5-hour YouTube playback or 2-hour gaming sessions just from a 5-minute charge. One could say that OPPO's mission for all this fast charging innovation is so that the people who use their smartphones can charge less and live more. To get to this point, the actual charging phase hasn't been the only new development, but also software-based battery-saving initiatives such as dark mode, as well as super power-saving mode, both of which are great features you can find in the Reno 4 series. But this industry moves faster than you think. OPPO has actually recently announced the arrival of the Reno5 in the Philippines this month, which should give us a further glimpse into the latest innovations in VOOC charging. OPPO has come a long way when it comes to their independently developed charging technology, but since we're about to see what's in store with the Reno5, what about the slightly more distant future of VOOC? Well, for Mr. Tian, he says, OPPO will continue the exploration on fulfilling users' charging demands to raise their charging experience. Wireless charging could be a breakthrough direction, either improving the portability of wireless charging or realizing a longer distance and faster charging experience, which has a great value for users. Also, more cutting-edge charging patterns and technology optimizing iterations will be our focus as well. Hearing that definitely makes us excited and is overall a good thing for the entire industry, as users can expect even better charging technology year after year until we reach a point in time where we can look back at the days when 1 to 2 hours for a full charge was already considered fast. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video about OPPO's VOOC charging. I hope you learned a lot, and if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Joey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.